afternoon. So just without taking much glitches of the technicalities, we'll go straight. There's lots of things to Mr. Ankur, who has already given a very good glimpse about the chlor-alkali. So before going for my words, would like to thank this Indian Chemical News team and Mr. Praveen for providing the opportunity to speak in front of such a fantastic audience. So good afternoon, my brothers and sisters from the chemical industry. In this particular podium, I would like to share that if we see that how the overall industry is growing, today if we are stating globally for chlor-alkali at around 66 billion US dollar, it's appearing that it will reach to around 78 billion by 26-27. So if we see the window in which we are having the opportunity to grow to almost like 6-7 billion, which is the total size of the Indian chlor-alkali business. So that is the demand which is going to increase. And if we see the total demand which is being fulfilled globally was very much on a lower side from the India, as Ankur has already indicated that we were importing lots of chlor-alkalis. Now we have started exporting, but then the vision is that APEC will become a stronger exporter of this. So in this particular regard, now when we are expanding, growing further, using new technologies, the most important part is that what is our focus? And the focus has to be in parallel of some long-term goals. So that can only be fulfilled if we have that clarity of vision and then the backup plan. So the best way to look at it is like a lot has been said about the sustainability. Sustainability for us is something like by the nature God gifted. So we get the sodium chloride from nature, and at the end of the life cycle it goes back again into the form of sodium chloride to sea. So in that whole cycle, now what we can think of is using the green energy to go for the electrolysis, for which already for few of our sites has started adopting wind energy. One of the site has won the award this year for using that wind energy to converting the highest amount of the chlor-alkali for the country, and then other sites are picking up. So in this particular direction, it is already moving positively. Now when we see that when we are sitting at the peak of the upstreaming, how this downstreaming and how we can make more of it as a sitting at the bottom of the supply chain. So in this, the idea from the R&D part is that you can see in the 4 different aspects. First aspect is think about completely new solutions, new products, where most of the time we are dependent. We do copy. I have worked in R&D from pharma, specialty chemicals, and now into chlor-alkalis. So mostly the mindset is like find the low-hanging fruits. And that is something where we're very good at. We have proven our capabilities globally that Indians are fantastic at it. That doesn't really define us. We are capable of coming up with a new solution. The only thing is we have to have that patience and mindset. So that is the area where we have started thinking very positively, and we have started putting lots of efforts. So that will give some results which will be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the lines, but it will be completely new solutions. It won't be like the conventional way of the using same products, same solutions. Second part in the R&D is more about thinking about improving the technologies what we already have. So technologies can be improved if we keep on taking some regular efforts from our dedicated team. So if you see in the pharma, it is a very common practice that there is a one process development technology team, and then there is a PDA team which keeps on developing the technologies for the generation 2, generation 3, which is not the case in chlor-alkali, though we do keep advancing as the market advances, but not coming on our own. So this is the another area where you can come up with new technologies that, okay, how I can make sodium hydroxide using some completely new vision, new way of using the energy, new way of the processes, or maybe doing some downstreaming chemistry, what we are doing with the chlorine. How we can make a use of this chlorine using maybe a flow chemistry. How I can run my plant using completely a new technology which won't take lots of capex, won't take lots of space, won't generate lots of impurities, and will give us specific products. So thinking in that direction, putting some efforts and coming up with a good technology. Again, that cannot happen only with one group or one particular institute. So collectively we have to put efforts, find the expertise which are available within the nation, outside country also, and then come up with those long-term strategies. Third is making the use of the byproducts. So most of the time what byproducts we have got, as Ankur has rightly indicated, like hydrogen was available in abundance, and we were always crying like how to get rid of it so that I can go for the next batch of the electrolysis. Now, being more and more innovative, we have started utilizing this hydrogen as a source of energy in few of our processes for running our specific spray dryers and specific energy generating units, which is at a minor level, but that has given us a utility of 14 to 18% of the hydrogen, which we are foreseeing that will become more and more as we think about like how we can make use of this hydrogen into converting into the electrical or other source of the energy where global partners are thinking around. And most importantly, when we are working on these three, how we are working on the new infrastructure. So the technologies, if you see, are more like, I just will quote some example to give the glimpse, is that I was in a pharma company, was going to one toller. And there I stated in a style like, it was a young age and I was like, okay, I have developed a technology with a big bag and a baggage of the good group. So stated, okay, I need this kind of 100 liter reactor. I need impeller. It will be good if it is like a perforated disc. If I am having specifically double jacketed reactor, that will help because I will get the exact temperature what I want, distilled water, and then this type of filters. So he looked at me and stated, "Saab nahi ho payega." So that was a stage one. Again, I called my boss, he stated, it won't happen there, but you will have to still develop your product. So finally I asked like, भैया एक कड्रम लेके आओ, एक कपड़ा लेके आओ, एक डंडा लेके आओ, we'll make solution, filter and charge that into the reactor for the particular step. So the thing is, we have spent our life in those era, but today the situation has improved like anything, and we don't have to continue those baggages and live with those baggages that look, still we have to do the jugaad. So lots of advancement into the engineering is coming, and in this particular thing, if we are taking the lead against the global player, we have the opportunity to become a global leader in this particular segment. So now these are the R&D aspects, but then always like when we go to our business heads, they will say that then you are a cost center. So how we are bringing some revenue back quickly. So we thought, okay, let us create some short startups within the group. And that gave us the idea that, okay, let us look for some downstreaming and start developing some brands for a specific purpose. And believe me, we could generate 6 different brands for completely 70-80 applications, and those are running fantastically positively. Like we call it as a startup within the Chlor-Alkali. So there is a product range for Vital for water treatment, then we have Twist for a specific plasticizer replacement, then we have Altura, Renza. So this has given us some sort of breather that, okay, you still focus on your long-term goal and keep working on something to bring some revenue so that you won't appear a huge cost center for the group. if we say that, okay, we are using around 2 to 3% of the total revenue or the sales into the R&D, for chlor-alkali, I would say that we are dreaming to reach to that number. We are very much behind that. But if we keep on being agile, we keep on giving some thought and keep convincing management by creating some parallel solutions, I think chlor-alkali R&D also can become as stronger, as capable as the other R&Ds are. So with this, the food of thought is like start any particular project, keeping sustainability in the mind. Think more like what are the possible byproducts, what I am going to do with it, what will be the best technology available, and then try to bring it on the ground rather than rushing that, okay, these particular competitors has already started and we are just thinking, so we are already behind, don't waste, implement whatever is available in the market. So that is a food of thought. Thanks for listening.